They are set as they'll square off with the New York Jets. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
In your face. Check. Lucky.
Darnold from the gun. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
A gain of 18.
He was the leading receiver for the Jets a season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north. The 20! And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 36 yards on the play.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Jamie Collins, formerly of the Browns, in on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And it's caught. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ty Montgomery, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0.
Makes the score Jets 7, Patriots nothing.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. He was brought down by Brandon Copeland.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
The New England Patriots remain consistent on Offense with a stable of running backs. They added Sony Michel, the 31st pick of the draft in 2018, to that stable at the University of Georgia, mainly for his ability to run inside the tackles and add a little thump to their game.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Brady. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
57, Mike, 57. I'm coming. Regular.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. Second tour of duty for Watson with the Patriots. Remember, New England drafted him way back in 2004 out of Northwestern. He retired in the offseason after finishing the campaign with New Orleans, but decided to come back for one more go-around with the Patriots, and they might need him, especially with Rob Gronkowski no longer in uniform. Pro Bowler C.J. Mosley, the Ravens' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the 50, it's Darnold. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
He's coming. We got double up. Mike 50. Hey, ready? Let's go. Mike's 50.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He finds his target, it's Crowder. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. On first down, it's Bell. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's 3rd and 5. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that is is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Catanzaro's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Following the field goal on is Locke Edwards to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. On the ground is Michel. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Avery Williamson, the Jets' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
Let's get
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. Hey, check it. 57's right. Blue down. Hey, check it. Alabama.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He hits White, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, oh,
and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on third.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
From the gun, Brady. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Hey, 29. Alpha. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. That's caught. It's Thomas. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
It's a gain of 23 yards. Complete to Demarius Thomas. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stat. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in, and let him fling another one.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. They'll run on first down. Bell. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Shit.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Wait, that 380. Right there, 54 Mike. Hey, pick your game up. Check. Sugar.
Now Michelle.
Go, run.
Henry Anderson, big man from Stanford, there for the stop. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike. 54. Hey, let's pin the mirrors back.
To throw is Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Gostkowski now for the Pats field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. So a little late drama in the first half as that kick will give them the lead into intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. And we will skip the highlight show this week, get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This is fielded at the goal line. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they'll go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Alabama, 380. 6-man. Check curls.
From midfield, here's Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On first down, it's Bell. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Dante Hightower on the stop.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now Bell, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Bell, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Jets are going to retake the lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, this is Michelle. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. First-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run with Michelle. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Hey, I got him. That's me. Nice 57's mine. Watch the screen. 50.
Shotgun now for Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 14.
Check it back.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. N'Keal Harry with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Patriots have retaken the lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
3rd time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And the lead is now 2. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising.
And got his man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Darnold on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On second and 10, Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Hey, high 7. 57's Mike. Mike 57. I got him. 57's a Mike. 57's a Mike. Reload.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Caught by the tight end Watson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 25 yards that time. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the past, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
No gain on the play there, second down.
Second and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line 20. You don't want nothing. Pick up the ball. Shift. Watch the shift.
Again, it's Michel. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Wait, that wide 80. Mike 57. I got one.
Rip. To throw on third down. Brady. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. On first down, Darnold. And he finds Montgomery complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's Darnold. That is caught at the 7. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down, now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not? And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Check safety, check safety.
Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Hey, box truck.
They'll run on first down. Bell. And an alley to run. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
He'll look to throw. Hooking up over the middle with Herndon. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Slam. Shoot.
Darnold from the red zone now. Out right here to Herndon. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Complete to Chris Herndon. He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. I'm on. Back.
Now Darnold. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Jets, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.